Hey, good afternoon. First of all, let me apologize for the way I look. I have not been feeling the greatest for about a week, so I'm a bit under the weather. Um, the reason I'm putting up this video is because I've gotten wind of two people who, one lost their home, and the second one didn't lose their home, but sold their home for nearly half of what it was worth. I'm going to expand on the latter one. About 2 years ago, there was an individual who had a lis pending. That's a notice that the court sends you that it's letting you know that you're about to be foreclosed on. And this person sought the aid of a real estate agent and basically took what the real estate agent told him and tossed it out the window. And basically, he went with the advice of a friend. We all have that friend that knows everything about nothing and nothing about everything. And he basically let it ride through the system. The house at one point was valued at $550,000. It was a single family. And after everything was said and done through the courts, I don't know if it was a short sale or I don't know if it was a sheriff sale. I'm trying to find the particulars out, but it's like pulling teeth. The house sold for $230,000. So this person left over $300,000 in equity on the table. If he would have sold back 2 years ago, he would have put money in his pocket. He would have walked away with his credit clean. He could have probably bought a new home and slightly hit the reset button. But at this point, he lost everything. You know, I'm not telling you to go with me if you're looking to sell your home to avoid foreclosure. I'm here to tell you, before you make any decision that involves your home when it's in pre foreclosure or foreclosure, number one, talk to a realtor. Number two, talk to a lawyer. Those two individuals are paid for what they advise on. They are professionals, they have the knowledge you need. You know, in both these cases, if these individuals actually sought out the advice of professionals, they would have been floating. The latter one missed out. He missed out and profiting about 300K. The other one completely lost the home, and by what I hear, which I have to find out through someone else, is what happened. I it's as a realtor, as I'm not talking about as a realtor right now. I'm talking about someone who cares about people. You know, people sink their life's savings into a home. No one says, "Oh well, I'm gonna just put everything I have into this home and I'm gonna let it ride like a roulette machine in Atlantic City." It doesn't work like that. You buy your home because you're planning a future, and sometimes we hit hiccups. Life happens, and we have hard times. The banks are willing to work with you if you are willing to listen to and take the advice of both a realtor and a lawyer. You know, get their advice. Don't sign blindly. Don't run with the advice of, that friend who knows everything about nothing and nothing about everything. Because it could cost you your life savings, it could cost you your home, and it could cost you your future, meaning your credit will take a huge hit. Again, this isn't me promoting myself. At this point, it's just advice. If you or someone you know is going through hard times and they are afraid of losing their home, talk to a realtor, talk to a lawyer. This isn't me promoting myself. I want the best for people, whether they go with me or they go with someone else. But the important thing is that you either A, keep your home, B, you're able to walk away from your home with some money in your pocket so you can start again. because, you know, life happens. Sometimes things happen that are beyond our control, and we have to find a way to navigate through these problems. And sometimes well-meaning friends can be your worst enemy, unfortunately. And they don't do it out of spite or because, you know, they dislike, well, some of them do, but that's besides the point, because they think they know what's better for us. But in the case of anything that has to do with real estate, foreclosures, or anything like that, look for the advice of a realtor, a lawyer, and if you can find an SFR designation, a real estate agent that has this certification, it's more to your advantage. And I honestly, I wish you guys the best. I mean, I had someone years ago. She had a mother-daughter house, and by one misstep, she lost it all. She lost the mother-daughter house, and she lost her business. And I, for one, don't want that to happen to anybody else. But again, I'm not here to promote myself, and you know, I care about what happens to you and your family. You know, you have to get legal advice. Get the right advice at the right time, and you'll be fine. God bless and take care.